Live from Studio B and KPRC2. Houston Life starts now.
Happy Wednesday, everybody. Welcome to Houston Life. It's June 22nd, 2022. I'm Derek Shore.
And I'm Courtney Savala. Buckle up. It's a good show on this Wednesday.
It sure is.
And that means we're closer to Thursday, which means it's basically Friday, right? Today on Houston Life, America's Got Talent Season 12 finalist Kechi. She is back on the show and sharing the inspiring story of how she found new purpose in her life after surviving a plane crash.
We love Kechi. So glad she's back today. Also, a local teen. This guy's going places. Coming up, how he landed a meeting with the CEO of Apple.
NBD, right?
Yeah,
no big deal?
No big deal.
And my college dorm room didn't look like this experience at all. That's Nene Leakes. I didn't have a two-story dorm situation happening. Find out when two celebrities went back to school at the campus of TSU. Go Tigers.
That's cool. But before we get into all of that, how about a check of today's forecast?
Yeah, it's hot. Hey, Frank.
Hey, you know what? I've been watching Nene Leakes for what, 15 years, man?
Adorable, funny.
I mean, but she looks so different than when she started. She looks fabulous.
Yeah,
Yes.
she looks great.
I mean, she looks
but
great.
that house, the house is a dorm, the dorm is a house.
I don't know, but my
I'm with
dorm
you,
room,
Courtney.
no, my dorm room was about this big.
Nope, for
She's
this
really
long-
slumming it back in school.
For this long, she was on Broadway in
Yes.
Cinderella. And
Yeah.
I happened to be in New York, and I bought a ticket. I said, I got to go see her. And I saw her on Broadway.
She's a great
Cool.
entertainer
How about
for
that?
sure.
Yep. I can't wait to see that. Okay. Oh, in the meantime, it's warm again, not as warm as it has been, but we are still really knocking on the door of the upper 90s and low hundreds. You can see lots of sunshine out there. 97, 96, 97 up in Huntsville. Some 80s. Look at Lake Jackson, 82. You've had a nice rain shower and about a half an inch of rain. The feels like numbers, low hundreds. If you get a shower, and some of us might, you can see these showers on Exact Track radar continue all morning and even into this afternoon, continue to move in with the sea breeze. So if you're at the coast, you've probably missed it. But if you're inland, and a lot of us are, there's that chance that you will see a little something before things wind down around 8 o'clock. We'll talk about that. And then the heat really does ramp up big time as we head into tomorrow and the weekend. I'll have that forecast coming up around 3:30. So stay with us for that.
Okay, very nice, Frank.
All right.
Thanks so much. It has been so hot lately.
I know.
So hot, in fact, that I have a couple props.
Okay.
You know, I keep all kinds of cool things.
I like where this is headed.
Stashed here behind the desk.
You should see, it's like Snoopy's house. It goes for just floors all the way down. You know, when Snoopy goes in his house, he's pulling
It's
out
like
all kinds of things.
endless, right?
Yeah. What do we
Okay,
have here?
So y'all, check this out. Eureka Heights Brewing Company. I love these guys.
Oh my
They've been a
gosh,
friend
this
of
is
Houston
so
Life.
cute.
Isn't it cute? So you've probably heard of Buckle Bunny. Have you
Yeah.
heard of the Lavender Bunny?
I have not, but I mean, tell me.
Okay, well, crack it
Can I
open.
crack it open?
So here's the thing. Lavender Bunny, this is a limited edition, but wait, y'all are gonna want to watch us pour this. Check this out.
Oh.
Look at that color. So it's Lavender Bunny for a reason. It's actually purple beer. Isn't that cool?
Lovely.
So right now, check out Lavender Bunny. You can buy it all over the place. You can ask for it in bars. You can get it at restaurants. But they're supporting the Montrose Center. And to date, cheers.
Cheers.
I
You
believe
talk,
they
I'm gonna
raised like
drink.
$32,000
That's
for the
fantastic.
Montrose Center. And that's a fantastic resource in our community. You remember we went to the Montrose Center Gala dinner a while back? So here's some video of just their center. And again, it's a safe space for the LGBTQ plus community to go, all ages. They have some incredible youth programs. Just having someone to talk to or a mentor or to be able to ask questions about healthcare. The Montrose Center really does it all. So it's a great partnership between them and between Eureka Heights. And we all get a nice cold beer.
Absolutely, and I love that story. Everybody needs a safe place to be, and that is wonderful, the Montrose Center. Listen, I'm reading the back of this can here by Eureka Heights Brewery, and
Yeah.
it says, we added a little bit of magic to this delightful cream ale. Butterfly pea flower and lavender help create the perfect harmony in this can of purple drink.
Oh, that's so nice.
I love that.
Well, cheers to you. And also, I'm wearing my little
Oh, I love that.
shirt. Drag Queen Bingo happening next Thursday if you want to go. And they do things year round, not just during Pride Month.
I want to go.
You're welcome too.
I love
You're
that.
welcome
Cheers.
too.
Thanks for bringing the props.
Well, and speaking of Pride, so last night was Pride Night at the Astros.
Right.
They
You
took
guys
on
had
the
fun.
Mets. We had a good time. The score was 8-2. Brad and Brandon there. They're always a good time. Two of our besties. So it was nice to get on out and enjoy the game. We always like it better when they win.
Of course.
This was early on. Don't worry. It was a packed house, but the seats
a great
around us
game.
are empty because that was taken earlier on. So it was nice.
What's the one that likes to stick his tongue out?
That's Brandon.
Okay.
He does stick his tongue out.
He does
in
in every photo.
Brandon, why do you do that?
Because it's fun.
I'll ask him later when I see him.
Cheers to that,
the
though.
other Brandon.
And speaking more, just a little bit more Astros news. We love skipper Dusty Baker, of course.
He's the best.
Well, this is so cool because Dusty Baker took some time yesterday to chat with our KPRC2 intern, our sports intern.
This is awesome.
Her name is Jayla. You see this. This is after batting practice, and it was they had a nice little convo. Of course, Dusty with the signature toothpick there. And Jayla Mason said, told us that Dusty said to her, "Don't be so shy. If you have a question, ask it." That's what I love about Dusty. Went over to the sideline, saw her standing there, made her day, I'm sure. That was definitely a pinch me moment when you're an intern because you feel like you want to break in, you're there, you're kind of experiencing all the things. And then when somebody of importance, like somebody like Dusty Baker, makes eye contact, takes a moment, comes over and introduces himself, it's a big deal.
It is a big deal, and we can see by the smile on Jayla's face. I think she enjoyed that. Probably caught a little off guard, huh?
A little bit, but I love that our cameras were rolling as well.
Yeah.
Way to go.
Perfect. Go Dusty.
I know.
Go Jayla.
Okay.
I do love him.
I do too. He is fantastic. And listen, this is all about feel-good stuff today. Did you watch? I know you were at the game last night. America's Got Talent. There was a major moment on the show. So this is the group called Mayas. They are a group of women from Lebanon. Listen, their choreography, what they said to the judges is prepare to be hypnotized.
And hypnotized they did. I didn't see the show last night, but I watched it this morning. I've never seen anything like this before. And I highly recommend people go back and watch the whole thing because just their story, Courtney, I know you were moved by it as well.
I was totally moved by it. And they talked about being a woman, being from Lebanon, being dancers, and trying to perfect their craft and finding the platform to stand on. And this is where they wanted to be. Yeah, the Makti, the evil eye. I love that symbol to me. Listen, the judges, the audience, everyone was mesmerized, rightfully so, because at the end, Sofia Vergara hit the golden buzzer. I know, I'm so happy for this group of women. They deserved it. It was breathtaking. Do yourself a favor, go watch it because it is unbelievable.
It's unbelievable and so happy we'll see them in the finals, huh?
Absolutely.
Yeah, and we know a thing or two about performers and stars on AGT because we have Kechi in the house today. She has such an incredible personal story and I follow her on social media. She's always out exploring our city. She's always out traveling. So Kechi, we're glad you're back in Houston now for a minute to say hi to us on Houston Life.
And she knows something about a golden buzzer moment as well. Simon hit the golden buzzer for her when she was on America's Got Talent. Cannot wait to catch up with her and have her back in studio as well. But really full circle moments here.
Shifting gears, have you heard of the 10-second balance test?
Say what?
The 10-second balance test.
No. Is this new?
Okay, so NBC News reported about this. It was actually posted, this study was posted in a British journal, a news journal, and Brazilian researchers, they've spent decades studying balance. And it turns out, usually in the 6th decade of life, people's balance starts to get not quite as good as it used to be.
Maybe because their legs are a little weaker, right?
Yeah, so the pose on your screen, this is more of like a yoga pose, but they're saying for people who can briefly balance, like for 10 seconds or so, the people who can't balance on one foot for 10 seconds are more than twice as likely to die within the next 10 years.
I thought we were happy today.
I know. Sorry about that. But here's the important thing, though. So they're not exactly sure why, if people who can't balance, why they are more likely to die. But all indicators point to the more likely that you will fall, the likelihood that you will fall.
Right, and have some sort of accident, injury, whatever.
Right, and so I think it's an important thing to do to see, like, if you are more likely to fall, then you can, like, assess your risk a little more. So do you want to do it?
Oh. Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
Can we get the cameras just to widen out a little bit?
Do I need to take my heels off, or do I do this with heels on?
Well, I don't know. Can you balance with your heels on?
I don't know. We're going to find out.
So here's the thing.
Or I'm dead in 10 years.
I don't know if we can get wide enough here. But they're essentially saying to take the foot of your leg and just sort of put it back like this. We don't have to put our hands up. We just have to do this. Okay. Now stand for for 10 seconds. We're counting down.
Are we supposed to put our arms up too?
No, you can just put it down. It doesn't matter. I mean, I guess you get bonus points for doing the full yoga pose.
Is that it?
Is everyone trying this? Okay, so we did that for 10 seconds.
What happened to the confetti? There's nothing, and I did this in heels.
Well, congratulations. Now you have bragging rights. But even if you can't do it for 10 seconds, it doesn't mean you're going to die. So don't be alarmed. Again, it means maybe you are more likely to fall and injure yourself. And that's not good.
It's not good.
It's not. Remember, your mom fell and broke her wrist.
Yeah, she slipped on the ice.
And my mom fell and broke her arm.
No, that's
all
not
within
good.
the same. It's not good. It's not good.
So do we practice now, or do we just keep doing it forever? Like with 10 seconds a day? What's the moral of the story here?
I mean, I think if you wanted to do like a yoga class, that might be good.
Cheers. This is, I don't do well at yoga. We've talked about this
I know, because
already.
you worry about all the errands you have to run later. I do the
all
same
the things
thing.
that I can't turn this off to enjoy a pose. It doesn't happen.
Maybe you can just drink your lavender bunny.
Oh, I like that.
Beer,
Let me read first. You drink and
And to everyone at Eureka Heights, I know you're watching.
Thank y'all.
So cheers and thanks for supporting
Cheers.
Montrose
This
Center.
is very
Cheers.
good, by the way.
It is
Still to
good.
come, reality TV takes over Texas Southern University. We chat with two big celebrities about returning to school at TSU. What did they really think about the dorms and the food?
And next, what are your family's plans for the 4th of July? Why not explore the Texas Hill Country? We are planning your next getaway when Houston Life returns right after this.
Hitting the road, you're looking at the map right there. Welcome back to Houston Life. Well, less than 2 weeks until the 4th of July, and whether you're looking for a romantic getaway or fireworks with the family, you know what? Fredericksburg is the place to go in Texas Hill Country. It is really the perfect spot to explore.
And it's only a few hours away from Houston, so you can make a road trip. Amanda Kuhn from the Fredericksburg Convention and Visitor Bureau is joining us now with some fun ideas for a getaway. Amanda, also, we should point out that later we'll have details on how our viewers can enter this great giveaway getaway. It's a midweek getaway for two to Fredericksburg that includes all kinds of goodies. So we'll have those details in a moment. But first, why is Fredericksburg a great summer destination?
Oh my goodness, in the summertime, you just can't beat a Fredericksburg peach and time shopping along Main Street. There's so much going on in town.
It really is such a great, quaint town. We have some treats here on the table. Of course, you talked about the peaches already, and these were just picked today?
Yes, these were picked this morning at Eckert Orchard, just outside of town. My local tip for this year is come early, come midweek, and call your orchard to make sure you get your favorite sweet treat.
And listen, there is nothing like peaches from Fredericksburg. I know with the drought and everything, the crop is a little bit different this year, but the peaches are still there, right? They are still there to be taken.
They are. They're still there, and they're a little smaller than usual, but super sweet this year.
Okay, not bad. So a lot of people might be wondering where to stay. And I know we've seen all these like cute little like B&Bs almost. And that's really the vibe. It's like a small town vibe.
Yes, small town, you really feel like a local. There's so many places to stay, about 1,500 different guest houses and B&Bs. So you can do everything from the log cabin that you'll see there to a really cool like tree house, a loft along Main Street. There's a huge variety of accommodations available.
And it's all so beautiful, very picturesque, if you will. We mentioned at the top here, Amanda, 4th of July, time is ticking if people haven't made their plans yet. Perfect spot to take the family or just a nice romantic getaway. Let's talk about all the events that are going on for 4th of July.
There is so much going on the weekend of the 4th of July. It's really a great long weekend in Fredericksburg. We have our All-American 4th of July parade on Monday. That'll be a really great time. But really all weekend long there are events from live music at almost every restaurant and venue in town to big concerts out at Luckenbach, Texas. That's just 10 miles from downtown Fredericksburg, to art shows. The list goes on and on.
There's also, you do the horse races at the fairgrounds, is that right?
Yes, so you can do horse racing. It's live horse racing. The kids love it. Mom and dad can have their cold beverage and place their bets, and the kids just get to cheer on the horses. It's really cool.
Well, speaking of cold beverage, we have a few glasses here, and a lot of people know and love Fredericksburg, not only for the peaches, but for the vast wineries that are there.
Yes, so it's Texas wine country, and we have some Viognier for you today from Becker Vineyards. We have 50 wineries, vineyards, and tasting rooms in Fredericksburg, so you really can't go wrong.
Very nice. I love
It's
being
really good. A lot of people post pictures from Enchanted Rock. Can you describe to us, Amanda, what that is?
That is an amazing experience. I recommend going very early in the morning and doing sunrise. It's really a spiritual experience. It's a huge granite dome, 360-degree views of the Texas Hill Country, just gorgeous.
Wow.
Gorgeous.
Oh my gosh. Look at that.
I know. Okay, can you also do sunset or no? You want to do sunrise?
You can. I think it's a little spicy this time of the year.
Yeah.
But
True.
I mean,
Nice way to put it.
But I really love just sunrise. You can do yoga out there. It's a really cool experience.
Also, the museum scene is something that anytime Brandon and I travel, or if I'm with my mom, we love going to museums, and there are some good options there, huh?
Yes, right in our downtown historic district, we have the National Museum of the Pacific War and the Pioneer Museum. So two really great museums telling two totally different stories, one of the Pacific War and the theater there, and the other of the German Texas heritage that you'll find in Fredericksburg.
And you can't forget the shopping.
No, you can't forget the shopping.
It's all kinds of really great stuff and small businesses as well. So your itinerary is definitely packed. Amanda, it's great to see you. And thanks so much for being here.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
And thanks for the wine and peaches. You can come every day. Can't wait for these.
And head to visit fredericksburgtx.com to plan your next getaway to Fredericksburg.
Okay, so speaking of getaways, we did not forget. Here is the info we promised. You can now enter for your chance to win a midweek getaway to Fredericksburg. This is all on our website, HoustonLife.tv. The grand prize includes a 2-night midweek stay for two at the Inn on Barons Creek, a wine tasting for two at Becker Vineyards, passes to Enchanted Rock and other local attractions, plus gift cards to local restaurants. This is such a fantastic giveaway for the getaway. And you can enter to win at clicktohouston.com/contests. So good luck to all of our viewers. And Amanda, thanks again. Still to come on Houston Life, it is not uncommon for star Houston talent to land on national television shows, like Kechi, of course, from America's Got Talent. She will join us to reveal her latest project.
And next, Lauren Kelly goes on a house call. She tags along to find out what a doctor's visit to your house is all about. Houston Life will be right back.
Welcome back to Houston Life. Even though it's officially summer, it seems a lot of people have been sick lately. Maybe you or your child have had a fever or runny nose, and loading everyone into the car to go see the doctor seems unpleasant at best. Well, today Lauren Kelly is showing us another option for your health.
Well, I know that as a favorite aunt, I've gone on doctor's appointments with my nieces and nephews, and nobody wants to wait in the waiting room. You're waiting on the doctor. You're waiting with other sick patients. That is what Dispatch Health is for. They are a health service provider that's going to come to your house right here in the comfort of your own home, and we're going to go in on a little appointment visit today. Let's see if we can get them. Hey, there he is, Sammy Melendez, nurse practitioner.
Hi,
He's going to take us on a journey of what an actual appointment with Dispatch Health is going to look like. So we're in the house right now. Sammy, why don't you tell our Houston Life viewers a little bit about what your services provide?
Yeah, so we are a mobile health care service, basically, and we come to people's houses or location. It could be at their school, house, office, wherever they're located, and we provide bedside care where they're at, for anything that could be urgent care related, complex medical conditions, anything short of, life or limb type
You got
situation,
it,
yes.
for sure. As you can see, a patient is here. They're in the most comfortable part, whether it be their bed, on the couch. You can come straight to them. And what are some of the things that you can do right here in the home?
Well, we can do a variety of things. We actually have a moderate complexity lab where we can run point of care testing like strep test, flu test, COVID test. We can do point of care blood testing as well. As you can see also we can run an EKG, and if the need arises, we can also do IV fluids and start medications as well.
It's so wonderful because this is 7 days a week, 365 days a year, and one of the things I just loved about you guys is that you can do lab and blood work right here in the house.
Yeah, absolutely. And sometimes our patients are wondering, okay, so when are we going to get the results? And we're like, oh, give us about 3 minutes and we'll have the results.
3 minutes instead of going to the lab. I mean, how convenient is that,
Absolutely.
right? And not only is this convenient for families who have children who might not want to go to the doctor, but also for senior patients who might not as easily be able to leave the house, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, elderly patients, patients that have transportation issues, bedridden patients. It's convenient for everybody.
Now, I see your big kit on the table here. Is this something that you bring to each of the appointments?
Yes, and this is just one of many kits that we have. This is our basic med kit, and we have testing, we have medications. Like I said, we give antibiotics. We can start the first round of antibiotics as well.
Wonderful. Well, if you guys want more information, dispatchhealth.com or give them a call at 281-204-8727. Sammy, I know you might be looking for some extra help as well. Is that correct?
Absolutely. As word gets out about us, the increase demand has gone up. We have more patients calling, requesting care. So we're looking for nurse practitioners, physician's assistants, medical technicians, that can go to dispatchhealth.com in the career section.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for all you do and for the information.
All right, Lauren and Sammy, thanks once again. Now let's send things on over to Miss Courtney. Hi, Courtney.
Hey, Derek, thanks so much. You know, when we come back, imagine going back to school and the entire experience is captured on camera for what else? Reality TV. Coming up, what it was like for big name celebrities to live the college life right here in Houston at TSU. And next, a young boy grew up gardening with his grandfather, and now that time well spent landed him with a face-to-face meeting with Apple's CEO. We'll be right back. Well, welcome back to Houston Live. Courtney Derek back with you on this Wednesday, just about 3:30.
Yeah, glad to have you with us as always. Why don't we check in with Keith, Christine, and Frank to see what they have coming up on KPRC 2 News at 4 o'clock. Hi, guys.
Hey, it's a hot day. It's a big day because it's Frank's birthday.
Happy birthday, Frank.
My man.
How does 29 feel?
I know, right?
Finally.
I could collect Social Security if I wanted to. Yeah, you wonder where global warming comes? Look at the candles on my cake. That'll tell you right there.
Mr. AARP himself.
Oh, I invented AARP. Are you kidding?
Well, you never look better.
Happy birthday, man.
Give me a breakfast buffet. There you go.
There we go.
It is a hot day, though.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, for many reasons, including the fact that it's your birthday.
Yes, right. It is. It's been a very nice day. It's nice to be here with all of my friends, so I'm glad to be here with you.
Happy to be here with you, buddy.
All right. It's warm out there unless you've gotten a shower. 95, 96, 93 in Galveston. Feels like 102, so don't discount it just because we're not at 100. I think we're still going to get easily to 98, 99 degrees before this is all said and done today. These temperatures continue on the warm side, so if you're taking cash out, and cash is a very good birthday present, by the way, Keith. I'm just saying, 98, 98, 96, 94. Make sure those paws are protected. Here's a little rain. This is from this morning into right now. And you can see if you're at the coast, the rains have pretty much come and gone. But if you're inland, we're still seeing a few showers out there. And I think we'll continue to see a few more through at least sundown. So we'll talk about that coming up. In the meantime, look what happened to Angleton. At 1 o'clock, you were at 93. You got that rain in there. By 2 o'clock, you were at 79. Still feels pretty good down there, too. It's going to get a little steamy. But look at this. Thursday is our last chance, it looks like, at 20% to really get a shower in here. 100 degrees tomorrow, 101 on Friday, 102 on Saturday. There's a lot going on. Friday for Pride, you can see the rainbow on the green. Temperatures 98 at 7, 94 at 8, 88 at 9, 86 at 10. And then on Saturday, with all the festivities downtown, including the parade, 100 at 2, 102 at 4, 99 at 6, and 94 at 8. So whatever you're going to be doing this weekend to celebrate, it's going to be a warm one, no question about it.
Hydrate, shade, all that good stuff.
All the
Goodness.
things.
Just
All right.
stay fabulous, whatever you do.
There you go.
All right, Frank, thank you. And here's a look at some of the stories we're covering for you at 4 o'clock today. We know it's hot, but there are a few simple things that you can do right now that can help keep your home cooler during these 100-degree days. These are steps that won't cost you an arm and a leg and can make a really big difference. So that's coming up today.
Plus, President Joe Biden moving forward with his plan to bring down those gasoline prices. He is suggesting getting rid of the gasoline tax, but just temporarily. We're going to show you what needs to happen next and how much money that would save you.
And also, we've been talking about how hot the housing market has been recently. Prices skyrocketing. Buying a home has gotten so expensive. Well, the housing market is starting to cool off just a bit. So what's causing this slowdown? But will that mean prices will start coming down as well? We'll be tackling that at 4 o'clock today, you guys.
And maybe the temperatures will follow that trend. Who knows? We should
Who knows?
We can keep our fingers crossed.
I think Frank would know if that's going to happen.
No, it's my birthday.
happening in November.
Yes. Yep.
So just sit tight. And Frank, happy birthday.
Happy
We love
birthday.
you.
Thank you both. I appreciate that.
Now we have a local spotlight on a young man who's going places. His name is Jones Mays II. He's 17 years old and attends Carnegie Vanguard High School.
Yeah, and when he was younger, Jones liked to spend time in the garden with his grandfather. Look at this cute picture. That quality time with his late granddad, shall we say, blossomed into a pretty cool invention, an app that caught the attention of executives at Apple.
And Jones Mays II is here in studio. The app is called Ivy, and it basically helps identify invasive plant species. It's great to have you here. You beat out hundreds of others from around the world, and you call this a dream come true. Why did you want to create the app? What was the end result for you?
Yeah, so ultimately I created the app so that I could detect invasive vines in my local community because growing up and helping with my grandfather's garden in Tunica, Mississippi, I've always had to fight the kudzu vine, which is a highly invasive vine. Yeah, so I want to help people in my community and pretty much all gardeners around the world so that when they're walking around their house or even in their garden, they can just take out their app and upload an image or use their location in order to detect the invasive vines around them.
That is so cool. Okay, does it work on crabgrass by chance?
Unfortunately, the app only supports 10 vines, but I'm definitely going to expand it. I want to cover all the invasive vines that affect the United States.
Okay, this is really cool because it's going to save people time and money. I can't wait until you expand it to the crabgrass. We'll talk about that after the show. Let's talk about your reaction when you found out that you had been selected to meet Tim Cook, the man himself, the CEO of Apple.
Yeah, I was in disbelief because they didn't really tell us until we got there and they said someone's coming, but then it was Tim Cook that came and walked up with us. And I thought it was going to be like a meet and greet, but he just sat down and he allowed us to present in front of him. So it was really like an hour experience meeting him, and he was so nice and it was a great experience.
It's really so cool. You're a rising senior at Carnegie Vanguard High School, and you know, when you started this process and you saw the application to create this with others globally around the world, and then you got the response that, hey, ding, 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 you won. Did you believe it? Did you think it was spam in your email? What exactly happened there?
Oh, I did not believe it because who gets an Apple email respond? Like that doesn't happen. So I called my dad and I was screaming like, whoa, spam? And then I read the email and it was true, and I was so excited and I'm so thankful.
Wow. Okay, so what's next? A lot of people probably ask you that question. Obviously, you're going to expand the app, but schooling continues?
Yeah, so I'm going to be applying for colleges in the fall, and I can't wait for that. And I can't wait to expand Ivy to cover so many other vines and maybe even cover more than the United States.
It's really great, very innovative, and I love your story about where it started, of course, with your grandfather. And it's a beautiful memory that's something that really blossomed into something that can really be great and used around the world. I mean, has that sunk into you? This only happened about 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, I'm still kind of in disbelief, but I'm just so thankful for everyone that's helped me and for all the people at Apple who were so nice to me, and I can't wait to continue Ivy.
And we understand you have a love of the arts. In fact, you work at the Houston Contemporary Art Museum.
Yeah, so I'm a teen council member, and I love it because I'm coming from a humanities perspective before I even learned computer science. And I love that in computer science, I'm able to combine both STEM and art and creativity and design. So computer science just covers all the fields under the sun.
It's really cool, and we can hear that enthusiasm in your voice. We love that when you find something in your passion and can't wait to see where it leads you in the future.
Yeah, thank you.
You bet.
And
Congratulations.
Jones, we know your grandfather would be very proud.
Yeah, he's looking
that's
down.
Super cool. And by the way, Tim Cook is smart to sit down and chat with you. You're the future. There we go.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Well, still to come on Houston Life, she survived a plane crash that killed 107 people and later found her voice on America's Got Talent. Now local singer Kechi reveals what you don't know about that painful road to recovery.
Looking forward to that. And next, find out what happens when reality TV takes over Texas Southern University. We get real about campus life. and the cafeteria food as well. Don't go away. Houston Life will be right back.
Welcome back to Houston Life. From Hollywood to Houston, a reality TV show recently set up shop at Texas Southern University. The celebs lived there, took classes, even ate that cafeteria food. Yum. Of course, our Lauren Kelly has the scoop.
Who is that?
You already know. Hey, Mimi.
Frida! Frida is here in the house with me. This is so great. Who doesn't love Frida? You already know.
College Hill Celebrity Edition on BET. It's going to premiere next Monday. Nene Leakes and Big Frida. Okay, here's my biggest question. When I got out of school, the last thing that I wanted to do was go back to school, but you are willingly going right now. Nene, let's start with you. Why don't you tell our viewers a little bit about the new show?
Like you, I wasn't excited to go back to school either, okay? Because I was afraid my brain wasn't going to be functioning properly, and it wasn't. But I do take on the challenge and move into the house with other celebrities. It is an experience, to say the least. It's not a bad experience. It's truly a college experience. We really wake up every morning and go off to college, and we really do homework and projects and see professors, and we go to basketball games. We're like we have, what do they call it for you, pep rallies? We're really at pep rallies. We really on the full college experience.
Big Frida, was there a subject that you tried out this time that you were like, oh, wait, I paid attention a little bit more and I'm actually good at it?
Me and Nene both, we really enjoyed law. We were both afraid to take law. And when we got the whole experience and connected with the professor and, you know, all of the other students that were in the class, it was a great class to take. You know, wish I would have took it back in college. And we both feel like we can be lawyers, you know?
A new career path. Who knew? So
That's
this
right.
is a really fun cast too. I see Ray J on there, Lamar Odom, Slim Thug, another H-Town crowd representative right there. You guys are at TSU. What was the biggest challenge, Nene, when you returned back to class? You were with all of the students that were there. What was the biggest challenge for you?
The biggest challenge was just my brain. I mean, just being able to focus. You know, I have not sat in a class setting in years. And so just focusing, you know, I started feeling for my children and other students I know. I was like, Lord, we cannot be hard on them. It's hard to sit here and focus.
College Hill Celebrity Edition. One last question, you guys. The food, it's much better now than it was the first time around, wasn't it?
Most definitely.
Chick-fil-A on campus, what?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. The food was great. You know, we got to eat some really good food, you know, Texas represented.
Did you guys have a good time here in Houston while you were here?
We did.
Yeah, we did. I love Houston, by the way.
Me as well. So we had a great time. Everybody rolled out the red carpet and really, you know, showed us a lot of love.
Yeah. Go TSU Tigers, right? Now you got a new mascot that you can represent.
Yes.
Nene, Big Frida, thank you so much for the time. We cannot wait to watch the show next Monday, and best of luck with it, okay?
Thank you
so much. Appreciate it.
So fun. I can tell you my college dorm room looked nothing like that.
Yeah, I never lived in the dorms, and I feel like I missed out.
Oh,
you know?
yeah.
Because people keep their dorm, you know, their freshman year dorm friends for life, right?
I know. And, you know, the communal living and all of that, I do it once and never again.
Would you never go back to college? Oh my gosh. See, I dream of going back to college all the time. Sometimes
college
it's a nightmare.
Right.
Like you show up on the last day and you haven't been there the whole year.
And you got to take the final exam.
Yeah.
College was a great experience for me. I'm just, you know, check the box and we're done.
I don't know why I was in such a rush to get out, because it was a good time.
It was a really good time. But I would go back if my dorm looked like that.
Okay, same. Maybe we should do a special episode like Blast from the Past.
Absolutely. As long as I don't have to do any tests on camera, I'm good.
Okay, we'll work on that.
Thanks, Lauren. You did a great job. We've shared a link to the show on our website, HoustonLife.tv.
Okay, we are so excited about our next guest coming up after getting a second chance at life. America's Got Talent finalist Kechi, there she is. She is back. And guess what? Now she's sharing her story of resilience in a brand new book. We're catching up with the local singer about the lessons we can all learn from her extraordinary journey.
Can't wait for that. Houston Life will be right back.
Welcome back to Houston Life. Her courageous life story as a plane crash survivor seems like it's out of the pages of a book. So it's only fitting that singer Kechi Okuchi decided to put her experiences in a memoir.
It's called More Than My Scars, and we're joined by the now author and recording artist to chat about this latest project. It's so great to have you back in studio. Welcome, Kechi.
Thank you guys so much. Good to see you guys.
It's great to see you. I know this book has been a while. So many people were telling you to write the book, including one person who means a lot to you, Simon Cowell, who wrote the foreword here. What was that like for you to have him part of this book?
Honestly, very unexpected. I feel like ever since I appeared on AGT, he has been extremely supportive, which is very different from like, you know, what the image that you see him portray. I got a very different side of him. And he's just always given me that vibe of someone who wants me to kind of succeed in what she does. So it was so great for him to volunteer to actually do this for me. And it encouraged me too in the writing process.
2017 was the year we first saw you and fell in love with you on America's Got Talent. You returned 2 years later, Kechi, to compete on the Champions episode, and that was the big night that Simon gave you the golden buzzer. An incredible moment that I know you'll never forget. But you said that your experience on the show really helped you see yourself as more than just a survivor.
This is exactly true. So far, up until that point, that was my story. You know, it was plane crash survivor, it was burn survivor, and I was wearing that, you know, as part of my identity with pride, because I knew that a lot of other burn survivors, you know, appreciated that representation that I was giving in the community. But AGT was the first time I was able to kind of spread that awareness of burn survivors on a more, like, I guess, global or national scale. And it ended up being just a really great time on the show. Honestly, I had a blast, and I don't know if I'll do it again. It was very nerve-wracking.
Never say never.
I know, yeah, but it was very cool. It was very cool, and yeah, like you said, I'll never forget that buzzer moment. It was so cool.
You know, we are all better for it, because when we hear someone's stories or know what they've gone through and persevere and hear your beautiful voice, I think we can all pause and learn from something like this, because we never know what anybody else is going through.
That is true.
And for people who don't know details and specifics about your story, of course, you cover it in your book. You talk about in that very first chapter waking up and the pain and realizing what was happening to you. The plane crash happened in Nigeria in 2005. What I can tell you, tell the people, is you were left with third-degree burns over 65% of your body. You were treated here in Galveston at Shriners Children's Hospital. I know people want you want to have other people see you beyond your scars, and that is obviously the title of your book. But it's a daily reminder for you.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like, I'm very happy to identify as a burn survivor, because I feel like that's a voice that's necessary. But, you know, like everyone else, we all have different facets to us, you know, and AGC is a platform that allowed me to share a whole different side of me that I think a lot of people aside from friends and family didn't know, and just added one more layer, really, you know, and I feel like that's life. You know, all of us, we go through things that allow us to add more layers to our identities, because we're not just one, we're not linear, you know, we have different parts of us that all matter equally. So I love the opportunity to kind of show people more about who I am. I mean, I'm pretty sure no one knew I, wrote or had any interest in writing. So being able to share that part of my, creativity was also a really big privilege for me.
Well,
So, yeah.
interesting people write interesting books, Kechi, and it really is remarkable to see some of these photos. You have been on quite a journey. 107 people died in that plane crash. You were one of 2 survivors. Writing this book, I was thumbing through the book before the show. You're very honest and raw about what you were thinking and feeling in that moment. Talk to us about the process of writing the book. Was it difficult for you, or was it healing for you?
It was both, for sure. Cathartic, very big part of that was a cathartic process. But I feel like it was definitely, something that I've always felt had to be done at some point, but I never had the courage to do so because I knew that doing so would involve delving into memories that I would prefer to keep buried forever, especially in the beginning. First, I was shooting in South Africa before I came to America for reconstructive surgery, and that phase of my life in South Africa is the hardest phase of my life ever, throughout, so that was where all the hard things had to be done and learned, and I've just never thought about that part of my life since it happened. But I knew to write this book to be fully, open and honest about my experience and to let people see that, this person they see here today didn't just, it wasn't dramatic or it wasn't just like I was born like this. There was a lot that went into becoming who I am today. And so I had to show that nitty-gritty part if I was going to write this book. And so I couldn't avoid South Africa. And so delving into those memories was definitely cathartic. So I can say it was necessary to go through those emotions and remind myself of how it, process it basically,
Yeah.
But also the main reason was to share that the process of healing through trauma. I feel like a lot of us can identify with that, whether it's physical or invisible. And I wanted people to relate to that part of my story. So.
And I know that you work with other burn victims too,
Yes,
and I'm sure this book will help. But I would imagine that's very important too, to meet with survivors.
Oh, big time. I mean, that's something I was doing before America's Got Talent. And now after the show, I got a chance to meet other communities of burn survivors. There's so many people out there in different parts of America and beyond. And so having a chance to kind of represent them on that kind of, platform, I think it was important to them, made them feel more seen. And I was happy to be someone that was representing that for burn survivors. So definitely this book was mainly for them because I want them to see. I mean, I have a lot of people who I know from, just being a burn survivor that would be like, wow, I can relate to this and that part of the book. But then there's other people too who don't have anything to do with burns, but still understand what it means to go through trauma. So it's for everyone, really.
Yeah.
It is incredible, Kechi, that you're sharing your story so open like this. I know you'll be such a huge inspiration, more than you've already been.
I hope so.
But published author now, Kechi, what about the music world? Are you working on new music? We have to ask.
Yes, I am. Thank you for asking. So I actually have music I came out with earlier this year. It's on all music platforms, and it's my first ever debut album. It's original songs. I worked with a bunch of people I was on AGT with, for different, so there's duets there and stuff. And there's, I think, a little bit of something for everyone in terms of genre. But I feel like down the line, my main niche is probably going to be, I guess, Christian contemporary, just because that's the kind of music I really enjoy. Right. And so I'm actually currently working on I want to say mini Christian album-ish, I actually started recording last week, and this is actually going to include songs that I wrote as well, not co-wrote, but wrote myself. So I think that's the most exciting part of this, expressing myself, and my faith in this way, to kind of combine two things I love so much, music and faith. So I hope people receive it well. But in the meantime, there's just type in Kechi on Spotify, wherever you want Apple Music, and you'll find different kinds of songs from me there, really. So yeah, it's been fun, really, still, doing music and kind of doing both, just kind of pursuing everything I love to do, all my passions. I feel like now is the time to do that, so I'm just trying my best in every interest I have.
Oh, congratulations. Nice. We're so honored to have you here today and to catch up, and congratulations on the book as well.
Thank you guys so much for having me.
Kechi Okwuchi, read the book. I recommend it. More Than My Scars is available now everywhere books are sold. For a link to connect with Kechi, you can visit the Scene on Houston Life section of our website. And of course, you can listen to her, as you just heard, anywhere music streams as well.
Well, after the break, a look at what's coming up on tomorrow's show, including another fun spot to explore in Texas.
And as we head to break, let's check in with Kevin Frazier for a look at what's coming up on Entertainment Tonight. Hi, Kevin.
Derek and Courtney tonight on ET. Brad Pitt opens up about depression and sobriety. Then Only We're in London with Kevin Costner, what he's telling us about the end of Yellowstone, and our Sly Stallone exclusive, the wild way he landed his new gangster show. Just, you don't want to miss it. That's tonight at 6:30 right here on KPRC2. But sit tight, because Houston Life will be right back.
Set your alarms. Tomorrow on Houston Life, another great show we have planned for you. The team is packing up and heading to New Braunfels.
Yeah, grab the swim trunks and the sunblock. We are floating the river, checking out Schlitterbahn, of course, and exploring some hidden tunnels.
I love it. Plus, drinking some beer, eating some food, and spinning the prize wheel.
I can tell you're excited about that.
Very.
Hey, speaking of beer, don't forget the Lavender Bunny from Eureka Heights. Cheers
That's
to you.
Right. And cheers to Fredericksburg. Remember, we have that giveaway coming up, so check it out on our website as well.
So many choices where to begin. We'll see you tomorrow from New Braunfels. In the meantime, Keith and Christine, we're thirsty.
We're thirsty and looking forward to Baby Friday.
Man,
Yes.
ended the day double-fisted. My goodness. You guys are,
You know, I expect nothing less from you. Hey, guys, great to hear from Kechi. She's thriving.
Yes.
We saw her a few years ago. I had a chance to meet her, and she's doing so wonderful. It's great to catch up with her, so thanks for doing that.
Of course, of course. We told her she always has a home here at Houston Life.
Without a doubt. Very good. Well, cheers to you both, and have a wonderful evening. We'll see you tomorrow.
Thanks, you too.
Cheers. Thank you.